Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So after having cleaned and everything, so this is time for cooking something. But since I've come back to UAE after such a long time, so I decided to cook something Arabic. So today we are going to make Arabic fish biryani. But before we get into the recipe, if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. So let's begin. For this recipe, I'm using a sherry fish, which is very similar to the rohu fish in India. It is very famous here. So you can use any fish that is available, which is similar to rohu fish. For the marination, I've used 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, a pinch of salt and 1 whole lemon juice. Applied this on the fish, and fish doesn't require a lot of time to marinate, so I'm just going to leave this covered on the kitchen top for about 20 minutes. For making the masala, the vegetables you need would be 1 medium-sized onion, 1 medium-sized tomato. I'm using some French beans and 3 to 4 green chilies. You can use capsicum as well if you like. We need some ginger garlic paste. For spices, the main ingredient is this Arabic 7 spice. As the name suggests, it's made with 7 different spices. I'm going to leave a link in the description box, guys, so do check that out about how to make it. Simultaneously, you can also use garam masala. So along with this, we definitely need some oil for cooking, and we need some basmati rice. I've soaked about 2 cups, which would be enough for 4 servings. Once the pan is hot, I'm going to heat up about 2 tablespoons of oil in it, and एक बार जब oil अच्छी तरह गर्म हो जाए, we are going to pop in the fish. I'm using about 4 pieces of fish in this. You can use more if you like. So frying the fish is a very crucial part of this recipe. You cannot over fry the fish, then it'll start tasting bitter. However, if you do not fry the fish properly, definitely leave an awful smell, I would say, in the recipe. So be very careful. Try not to break it like I did. So here I'm going and dropping up the rest of the marinade that was left in the bowl, and we're going to fry this until nice and crispy in the outer crust. So as the fish continues to fry, I'm going to put the rice in the hob. Rice में I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of salt. बिरयानी के लिए आप जब भी rice बनाते हैं, the best thing to do is to put the salt in the rice while it's cooking, so you will not be in need of measuring the salt later. We're going to add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm going to squeeze half a lemon into this and then give this a quick mix. इससे क्या होता है, जो rice है, even though we don't have to cook the rice completely, about 80%, but the rice will not be sticking to each other. So now that the fish is properly fried, I'm going to take this out. इसी oil में अगर आपको लगे कि आपको थोड़ी और तेल की ज़रूरत है, you can add some more, but I'm just going to leave it at this. I'm going to add some cumin, as in jeera, in the same oil. Don't change the oil because this is infused with the fish oil on its own, and it's going to impart a very beautiful aroma to the biryani. Next goes in the chopped onions, and remember to fry the onions until it's nice and brown. Personally, I feel like this fish biryani is a perfect combination or a perfect blend of Bengali and Arabic cuisine. Here I'm adding some ginger garlic paste. I'll add about 2 tablespoons of that. So yeah, like I was saying, this is such a beautiful recipe because it does not require a lot of cooking time, unlike the other biryanis, yet it is so flavorful. Onions are properly fried. You can see they're nice and brown, and the raw smell of the ginger and garlic has gone. So this is the time when I add the chopped tomatoes to it. So the rice is done. I'm going to strain this and put this aside. So here I'm adding the beans. Next I'm going to add some spring onions and some chopped coriander to this, and then fry all of them together. So none of the Arabic recipes are very spicy. Spicy, I mean there are not a lot of chilies. So I'm just going to add a bit of color to this. I'm going to add less than half a teaspoon of red chili powder, a pinch of turmeric powder, and then half a teaspoon of Arabic spice and a pinch of garam masala, like the Indian garam masala. And that's it. That's all the spice you need. Next I'm going to add about half a cup of boiling hot water, just to combine all the spices and the vegetables together, and to make sure that it does not stick to the pan or burn basically. So I'd already strained the rice as it was done and set it aside. Now that the spice is ready, we are going to assemble everything. So in a deep bottom, like in a heavy bottomed pan, I'm going to put some oil. This oil is just to grease the bottom of the pan ताकि जो चावल है उसके नीचे चिपके ना. We are going to put a nice thick layer of rice. Next, I'm going to gently pop in the fried fish, trying not to break it because I already broke tail of one of the fishes that I fried. I'm not really good at this. I think it was my first attempt making this biryani. I've had it a Brazilian times in the restaurants, but never tried making this at home, but I just wanted to. So yeah, then I'm popping in all the masalas. Unlike the chicken biryani, you don't need to make a lot of layers in this. So single layer is good enough. So spread the masala all over, like properly, equally, evenly distributed. And next we're going to put the rest of the rice on top of this. Make a nice equal layer, but don't press too hard with the ladle because then the rice breaks and biryani mein chawal tooti hue bilkul achhi nahi lagti. So like I mentioned guys, if you didn't follow, I'll reiterate, don't cook the rice fully, just leave it about 80% cooked. Here I have some food color, about a pinch in in 1 teaspoon of warm water. This is optional. You can use turmeric or you can use some saffron just to add some color. I'm topping this with some chopped coriander and a few mint leaves. If you like, you can add the fried onions. I know most of you are asking me where are the fried onions in this biryani. There are no fried onions in this biryani, but by all means, food is a personal thing. If you want to add, by all means go ahead and add. So if you noticed, I never added any chilies to this recipe, so I'm just breaking a few chilies and putting it on top. Next goes in the ghee, and then we need to cover this and isko hame dum pe rakhna hai, unlike any other biryani, but it's just that जो दम का टाइम है वो इतना ज़्यादा नहीं है. It will just take about 20 minutes. दम पे रखने के लिए आप इसे एक साफ़ कपड़े से ढकेंगे. You will cover the lid so the steam doesn't escape, and then do not open this for next 20 minutes. 20 minutes के बाद हम गैस ऑफ कर देंगे, and then we'll wait for another 5 to 7 minutes before we open the lid. So the moment of truth, let's see how this looks. Oh my god, I cannot tell you how beautiful it smells right now in the kitchen, and I can tell that the rice is properly cooked because it looks so bloomed, like ek ek dana alag alag hai. It's looking really really beautiful. So time to dish this out. Just go soft hands because unlike chicken, mutton or beef, fish does break easily. So we're going to try to get a little bit of everything, some colored rice, some plain white rice, and then the masala, and then a piece of a fish. Arabic biryani is mostly served with this chutney that you see on the side. It's a basic tomato chutney that is served with almost all Arabic rice. If you want to know the recipe of that, do mention in the comment section. So there you have it, easy peasy and super tasty biryani. You don't need a preparation time, you don't need to marinate the fish before. You can have this whenever you feel like having it, which is the best part of this recipe. So I really hope you enjoyed this recipe and you're definitely going to try this out. If you like this recipe, don't forget to give this a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, leave your feedback in the comment section, and I will see you next time. Until then, bon appetit.